What is up on YouTube? Welcome to this new time lapse by Root. It's been what, 6 months now? I stopped playing the game for a while, was burned out, but here we are back. This is straight up my first run since I returned. Actually, I didn't even have third run when we came back. It's still 1.22 though. So we decided to go friends because this is where that's the nation I know the most. We ended up with, personally, 10,228 development. But we have like 20 million subjects. Flying states all over the place. This is actually what we own at the end of the game. How did we get there? Time for a time lapse. So we'll just finish this. So how did we start? Well, England, the first war was England attacking us, basically. So we just kicked their ass and took all this. We allied Castile, like the basic rivals of England, Burgundy, Austria. We fought Burgundy here, they didn't die, so we just humiliated them and went home. Then we ate Provence. Soon you'll see that we basically fought Aragon. Aragon got excommunicated by the Pope. Why this stays to the Pope is because we allied the Pope for a while. Was planning to stay Catholic, but we'll go Protestant because eventually he breaks alliance and almost excommunicate us, so I didn't want to deal with that. We'll fight Aragon when he gets excommunicated and we'll release Catalonia as a subject, mainly because then after that we'll get reconquest for the rest of Catalonia. Brittany is not killed either because we planned on diplo-vassalizing him, but he just developed too much. As the first war in Burgundy, I just decided to take Lens at this point. Anyway, it's past 1500. He just didn't die. We are allied to Savoy for a while, but then eventually we'll break in Milan. We'll just blob into something crazy. Our alliance with Castile was broken by us because when we attacked for the getting Catalonia, finishing Catalonia, Castile attacked on his own and took this. So we just screw it. We're going for Castile. Morocco decided to go as well, so Castile will die pretty fast. Portugal has been exiled to his islands here. At this point we realize that Scotland is pretty strong, so we'll just ally them, hoping to use them to attack England. That's not how it's gonna work. Eventually we'll break with Brittany and just vassalize them and then eventually annex them. By this time we did join the League War, hoping to put Protestant on the Holy Throne. But the Protestant League was pretty weak. It basically was us and the rest of the world. Bohemia and Brandenburg, basically. So eventually it ended up in the Peace of Westphalia, actually. Brandenburg decided to peace out without changing the religion. So yeah, now from here, eventually Scotland will explode in Ireland, so we'll diplo-vassalize Thomond. Also, we went for India. We're not there yet. Soon we'll attack England. So here Castile's already dead. Morocco took all this. I'll leave him there for a while, not wanting to deal with this without admin efficiency. Here we go. First war with England. Just took a landing here and removed them from the New World. You'll just spread somewhere else. That's the point. Take what you have and let him colonize a little more for you, so that you eat it later. We'll diplo-vassalize Thomond. We'll break with Scotland, and we basically did this. Eventually England will vassalize Leinster, so we'll just go back and eat all of Scotland. We did add l'état c'est moi decision, which gives now a straight up 10 absolutism and then 0.5 yearly, so it's pretty easy to cap out your absolutism with France. We ended up with 95 in the end, only because as a revolutionary government you can't have an enlightened despotism, which is kind of required to get to 100. So yeah, England's getting killed. We took up the Genoa and Milan, just basically for the trade. And then we'll start soon to go ham on here, now that we're done with Morocco. England is still spreading here, but now England's gone. We only have 2 provinces landlocked, so we can't do anything anymore. We'll kill him soon enough anyways. We're allied now with Bohemia and Brandenburg, mainly so that these two giants don't gain aggressive expansion on us when we push into the HRE, so that we didn't have to face a single coalition in this game. So with those two allies, basically we can push. Eventually we'll get the Chambers of Reunion event, which gives us claims on all what's French that is not ours in the HRE, and that's what we're doing. Luxembourg just decided to take all the Palatinate at once. Then soon enough we'll basically fully annex Austria as well, because why not? At this point we have all the shores around Africa. We did push all the way here in India. This guy is our subject, Malwa. Eventually we'll have to fight Brandenburg and Bohemia. They were allies together and Bohemia was getting in our way. So we'll break up with Brandenburg, fight both. That's the hardest war we fought in this game. But we came out on top. We were like 200 manpower under 0 at some point. But here we go, and this is where it starts to go crazy. Lundberg, this is also our subject. And from here there's nothing to stop us, so we'll kill out Naples. We'll kill out the Dutch. And we'll partition Brandenburg. Bohemia is our subject at this point. We'll go kill Scandinavia in one shot, boom. We'll leave Denmark here because I didn't notice it. Then we'll kill up Russia soon. Just took this because why not? This is our subject. This is all ours. Then we'll fully annex all this Commonwealth in one shot. That's the power of absolutism for you in diplomatic ideas. Then we'll go back to Russia. I think, no, okay, we did kick out the Ottomans almost out of Anatolia and the Balkans. More subjects. Kill out Perm because he was not allied to Russia anymore. And then Russia. Meanwhile, we slowly annex our subjects. We could have done faster, but our ruler for a while had 0 diplomacy, so we couldn't deal anything. And here, this last war with the Ottomans, and that's basically it. We annexed all this, all of these, this guy, Tabriz, Mentees, Crane, Yahoo, are all our subjects. And this is how the New World is. California is owned by Scotland, who's now a subject of Japan. Go figure. That's basically the end of the run. If you enjoyed what you see, please follow on YouTube, on Twitch I mean, at twitch.tv/Korut, as well as subscribe and drop a like on this video. Next will probably be Russia. We'll be installing Third Rome and go explore what Russia can do in Third Rome. I will see you then.